Hello, and welcome to today's webinar, Student Work-Life Balance. Struggling to balance life, work, school, family, and social life can be a lot to handle these days. This webinar will provide you with valuable information and best practices you can use in your everyday life to manage student work-life balance. Hosted by Lisa St. Hilaire, Career Services Counselor. Learning to create work-life balance for college students can be extremely overwhelming. So many key factors come into play. For example, you have coursework, family, finances, personal relationships, extracurricular activities, health and wellness, personal time for yourself, social time, time with classmates. According to Dr. Michelle Van Coor, Associate Professor of Public Health, she states the following. It is a known fact that high incidence of illness occur in college during periods when students are under an extreme amount of additional pressure. This could be from studying for exams, completing papers, or even presentations. Making the transition can be quite difficult. If you're not prepared to handle and cope with these factors, students can easily find themselves extremely stressed, where this could lead to depression and anxiety. This part of the webinar, in the next few slides, we're going to discuss really great best practices to help you manage your student work-life balance. So first, let's begin with time management. Time management is an essential skill that will help you concentrate on what is most important. Time management is needed for academic and professional success. So these next key factors are going to play a key part in how you manage your time. Plan your schedule. It is a great idea to take the time to plan out your schedule for the day and even for the week. It is clear that each time you plan your schedule, things may change. But if you know what you're doing day to day, week to week, this will help you manage your time better. Make a weekly to-do list. So if you know in the morning you have to get up, take the kids to school, then you have to go to the grocery store, then you have to go to work, then you have to leave work and go to school. Make a list of everything that you have to do weekly and check it off. That way you know that you're spending this amount of time doing this amount of time taking the kids to school, this amount of time going to class and studying, and check it off as you go. Prioritize your work. Each day, everything can change. So it's important that you set aside what is most important to do first, in that order. Is it important to, on Monday, to first do your homework as soon as you get home from work? Or is it important to help the kids, help your husband, help your family? Prioritize your work each day. That is key. Set goals and deadlines for projects. This is so important. If you know you have an assignment due, let's say on Friday, set the goal to do it before Friday comes. Set it to do at least 2 days prior, where you have enough time where you can do something else that you may have neglected earlier in the week. Break large tasks into smaller ones. So if you have a paper due, set aside a time to first write one portion of the paper, let's say on Monday, take a break, then write the second part of the paper on Wednesday and take a break until you have met the deadline for your project. Avoid being a perfectionist. Not everyone could be perfect. There are going to be mistakes made. Don't be too hard on yourself for when you do set your goals and deadlines, that you're hard on yourself because you didn't meet them. Avoid that flaw. And lastly, assess the amount of time you waste. This is most important. The reason that is important, if you make your weekly list, you plan your schedule, and you write down, this is how long it takes me to do this, which is go to work, this is how long it takes me to study, this is how long it takes me to do your homework. This will avoid you being a procrastinator. So it's important that you assess the time where you can fit everything that you need to do on a daily and weekly basis. Now, I know this is a real hard one to do. Avoid stress. Although some levels of stress keeps us focused, makes us motivated, and we become aware of everything that needs to get done. This type of stress, as I just stated, will motivate you to study harder, finish assignments on time. However, when the stress level becomes more than you can bear, or the pressure is too intense, or lasts longer than it should, you have reached what is called stress overload. And these are signs that you are experiencing stress overload. Suddenly you're having anxiety or panic attacks. Maybe you feel a heaviness in your chest, shortness in breath, a feeling of being constantly pressured or hassled and hurried. You feel like you have to hurry up and get things done. You're rushed. All of a sudden you become irritable and you're moody. Do you take note in your mood swings? Are you happy one moment, sad the next, angry? Physical symptoms such as stomach problems. Possibly you can develop an ulcer because you're worrying and stressed out. You develop headaches, chest pains, which leads to anxiety and panic attacks. Allergic reactions such as eczema or asthma can also occur. This one is, I find a lot of students are always talking about trouble sleeping, because when you're supposed to be sleeping, you're constantly thinking about the next thing you have to do for the next day, which leads to insomnia. Do you take advantage of drinking too much, smoking, or using other drugs? Or you simply become sad and depressed? These are all key signs of stress overload. Now, here is some great tips on what you can do to avoid stress overload and have what is called stress relievers. And trust me, I find this to be very, very helpful. Regular exercise is one of the best ways to keep stress levels under control. You can practice yoga. There's Bikram yoga, which is hot yoga. There's regular yoga. Take a spin class. Take a body sculpting class, go to the gym, lift some weights, do cardio. All of that are great stress relievers. If you can't afford a gym membership, taking a brisk walk around your neighborhood or in the park. Just think outside of the box in terms of doing something that'll motivate you and get you going. Learn ways to relax your body through meditation. Yoga is always great. Find a meditation CD. There are meditation CDs that are 15, 20 minutes long. You can use it once a day or once a week. Anything that'll make you calm. Get a massage. Practice breathing techniques. All of these are very helpful. Increase your vitamin D intake. Yes, you can take the vitamin D as a tablet form, but did you ever think about going outside? Again, walk around the neighborhood when it's bright and sunny just to relieve some stress. And it's always good to laugh. Laughter is the key to the soul. So find ways, read a book that's funny, enjoy comics, watch your favorite sitcom. Do something that will make you laugh. Practice positive self-talk. Try not to be a pessimist. Be very optimistic. Think positive. Create a visionary board. Write Post-it notes on your mirror where it says, keep calm, I can do this, I'm strong. Adopt a mantra. One of my favorite mantras that I've adopted is called Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. It's actually a book that's written by Richard Carlson. I really suggest that you check it out. Next, create a visionary board, which is what I just mentioned when it comes to practice positive talk. On that visionary board, you can write down positive sayings, but you can also cut out magazine articles and just put on the visionary board where you see yourself or what you want to achieve. Make the best out of a stressful situation. Be optimistic. Your views, your thoughts, your attitude, all of this plays a part in how you manage things in life, day to day, weekly, hourly, second by second. Change the way you see things. Change your outlook. And last but not least, don't be afraid to ask for help. If you need help with maybe having someone possibly helping you watch your children, assisting you with your homework, if you have to see Center for Academic Success, talk to a friend or a loved one, do something where you have some type of outreach. Manage the demands of school, work, and family. This is a lot. And in order for you to juggle all of the above, this may help you. Set a schedule for the week to get organized. That goes back to that weekly to-do list. Be where you are. And what I mean by that is, don't worry about what you aren't doing. Stay focused on the task at hand. Don't worry about work when you're in class, when you should be studying. Worry about what you're doing right now in that moment. And let me go back to set a schedule for the week and get organized. I want to touch upon that a little bit. It's very important that you take time and create a list of what you have to do. Take time to study. How long are you taking that time to do? Take time to exercise, whether it's 15 or 20 minutes. This is all a part of creating your schedule to get organized. Experiment with the best times for you to study and how frequently you need breaks. Also, you can figure out the best place to study. Is it in the library? Is it at home? Is it in your backyard? Whatever it is to keep you focused and relaxed. Reward yourself. Well, you should plan a reward you should reward yourself simply if you stuck to the schedule that you created, if you met your deadline, if you did everything that you were supposed to get done for that day or that week. It's important to let yourself feel good about your achievement that you made. Remember that you're only human. Nothing will get done well if you are emotionally and physically drained. So it's important that you get your proper rest, you exercise, and you do activities that will keep you energized. This is so important. Some of us may have a great support system. Some of us may have a small support system. Whatever it is, small, large, one person, two people, use your support system. This is key. Talk to a loved one, a family member, your spouse, maybe someone in church, but use that extended family that you have to help you. Most importantly, have some fun. Make time to enjoy your family, your friends, watch a movie, read a book, do something that's not necessarily related to your academic curriculum, and do something that's more fun. Learn to say no. Key. If you can't do it, don't be afraid to say no. You can always do it another time, but if it doesn't fit in your schedule, if it doesn't fit in your weekly to-do list, it's not a part of your goals and the things that you set aside, don't be afraid to say no. There's nothing wrong with that. Know when, and most importantly, know when you do need help. Know that if you need help with tutoring, you reach out to Center of Academic Success. If you want someone to talk to, you reach out to the counselors that are readily available here at Berkeley College. You reach out to a loved one. Just know when you need help and recognize it. And last, also, again, exercise and sleep regularly. If you do some form of exercise at least 2 to 3 times a week, that will help you to sleep a little bit better. Try it. Well, this concludes my segment on student work-life balance. I do hope that you did enjoy it. I do hope that you gained some valuable tips and best practices to use on your day-to-day with time management, recognizing that you have an issue, using your support system, just being you, learning to be optimistic, creating a visionary board, saying positive things, finding a mantra. Do anything to remain positive. Don't create that stress overload. Take advantage of the stress relievers when you can. They all will work. Here you have our online career counselors and all their information. Feel free to reach out to us at any time. Again, thank you for listening and have a great day.